how can a new CVB establish itself in the meetings market? We talked about growing relationships with other CVBs, especially in her instance, somebody for the COG CVB, and also branding yourself and establishing you as your certain niche, and also partnering with other businesses and organizations in that area. Second question was, how do you generate new leads? How do you educate planners to use you as a source of leads, RFPs, and bid opportunities? We talked about getting leads from search engines, doing specific keywords for them to find you, and then kind of the opposite of that, going on the internet and searching companies that may want to book with you. Also using a website called businesswise.com. Also there are some magazines. Then we talked about how can you get creative with tight budgets. So doing more things in-house. Unfortunately our jobs, I'm sure, have gotten a lot larger and less staff. Also using the internet and using different free sites. Using BusinessWise again, because they can do a targeted email blast. There's another one for email blasts. There's a company, MyEmma, sorry, yeah. And they had really easy templates to use and pretty inexpensive. Obviously using social media, Twitter, Facebook, utilizing your trade, giving out what you have, utilizing radio as partners rather than being buying advertising, trying to offer them something that people couldn't buy. So going through promotions or marketing departments that way. And also hosting events. That was probably the easiest one. Okay. How do you increase your visibility and actually get in front of customers? We talked about some doing billboards, just the fact of seeing your logo out there, your name. Also doing maybe targeted Facebook ads would help. You can actually specify age, sex, where they live, all sorts of things by doing that. Pretty inexpensive. There is a website called The Gathering Guide, where people are looking to book events. Start relationships with your competitors. So if you are booked or they're booked, they can refer you and feel good about it. There's an organization in Atlanta called Frog, which is Facility Rental Operators of Georgia. There is also another organization called Business 400, where it targets all the businesses along 400, and then also association meetings. So it may not be necessarily in your industry. It could be real estate, it could be lawyers, but they always have monthly meetings, and so you might be a good place for them to have an event and show off your venue. Not a moneymaker, but does show off. And then, what do you say when someone says, I have no budget? Which I'm sure we've all heard this year, or maybe this year and last year. So, we didn't really come up with a whole lot, but one was suggest they include sponsors. Maybe give them ideas of how they can brand their sponsors and give them more high credibility. Also, trying to specifically qualify them, really asking very targeted questions to see if it's even worth to even give them a proposal. Then, what do you do when you have your downtime months? I mean, some maybe restaurants or hotels might have a downtime specific. They know they're always slow in 2 months. So what do you do? And we kind of just came up with maybe it's a percentage off that total invoice. I know we hate to discount, but we didn't have a whole lot of solutions on that one. How do you compete with luxury hotels? And I think the biggest thing was relationships. Also customer service. Maybe it was adding a personal note. So when they have, a company is booking so many rooms, every person that's booked a room in that group is a personal note from you. Also personal thank you notes were a big thing. We talked about a good one was delivering ice cream. So finding out what kind of flavor someone liked as a sales call and delivering it to them, and maybe adding an ice cream scoop and says, let me give you the scoop. So, fun tactic. And then also getting testimonials from your clients that have already booked with you, putting them on your website. And then our other one was, are things going to pick up in 2010? Absolutely. So, just saying that, good karma out there. We all agreed that I think we're moving in a positive way. I think, that's whole thing, if you put it out there, it's maybe it'll be that way. But the other thing was, we saw increases. I think it's going to be slow moving. I'm sure everyone feels that way. Some 20 to 30% increase this year. With hotels, we're saying the rate is going down, but occupancy is higher, and a lot of peaks and valleys through the year. There's just another thing of like, how do you get the word out, and associations that you belong to. If you're putting out there a new promotion or doing something new, try to get with organizations that you're already affiliated with, and maybe they can put that out to to whoever are the members. And then media was always a good aspect, and then trade, get what you have. That's all. So.